Yeah, man. So I'm just ranting, like just talking, and I'm thinking to myself, it's like I'm talking to you guys, but when I was talking to myself, there was so much shit to talk about that I already knew. Like for one, my music, right? And I'm just talking, right? I'm just talking, and you'll be surprised of what I have to say if you don't know what I'm about, right? Like this is the thing about. Hold on. When I'm explaining myself to people, I don't like explaining myself to people because I'd rather just show you better than I could tell you. 'Cause talking, like explaining myself, takes too much time. Because then you have to sit down and I have to give you a lecture, right, of how the fuck I did that, right? So first of all, let me say this. All right. Now look, I came from heaven. I can't even say heaven because God even told me Himself I was somewhere else. It was another name. But what we understand as a conscious community, we understand it as the fifth dimension. And I was in this is the third dimension. Right? What do you want to call it? The physical realm, the material realm, earth, whatever you want to call it, right? Hell, whatever you want to call it. But just know there's more realms to that. And you can go there. That's what there's the mystery and the fear, I guess, or the excitement. It really is excitement. It's really excitement because when you die, like I died, right? I died from a tragic event. I got sick in some parallel reality. But so happened when I was in the fifth dimension, which is like a heaven paradise type place, where it's like it's infinite possibility. I can describe it like in terminologies, but to share with you a visual, conceptual idea of the shit I seen, you have to be on a, how you say it, HD, right? Mind frame. What I mean by HD, see, you have to see very clearly. Um, you have to be on the same page, so to speak, because you'd have to have insight, or you have to have relatability, to what I'm saying, or have some sort of common thought, to kind of put the pieces together to see, oh shoot, that's what he's talking about, the bigger picture. Because there's so much shit that we can't fathom while we're in this human body. And I tell you right now, I'm not human, but I'm human. And the thing about it is, my intuition keeps telling me, stop acting paranoid. You're acting paranoid. And I'm asking this nigga, why you? So if I act paranoid, or if I don't act paranoid, I'm asking questions, right? It's my inner voice, my heart, or my third eye, my intuition, what you want to call it. He's like, you're acting paranoid. Stop acting paranoid. I'm like, okay, so if I don't act paranoid, what will happen? Huh? Um, what he said, or what I said, which is my intuition, told me, right? Let me get back to the fifth dimension stuff. He told me it'll be normal. You'll just be normal. I'm like, okay, but I like being different. And he said, I said, would I have no choice to be normal or different? Would I have a choice? But I'm asking my intuition. Because at the same time I'm on the train and I'm hearing everything, I can hear my inner voice very clearly, right? And some people they don't have that, but I'm not talking about that with people. I'm talking about myself in this situation. It's not a situation. This what do you call it? Scenario. This moment, right, on the train, and you know how the train is loud, and you got the voices, the announcer telling you the train thing, and the stops, how the train is moving, the skirt shit screeches and things, doors opening. It's loud. So as I'm listening, I'm hearing everything my intuition is saying. I'm not even in reality, but I'm in reality. But at the same time, it's like I already know where I'm going to go. It's like it's already predetermined. And I have it already cleared in my mind that I'm going to do this today. And I have this set, and I'm going to accomplish this, boom. And once that's done, I can move on to the next thing, right? And the next thing after that, it's accomplished. So all together, it's like a one straight shot, right? How you say it? I'm going too fast. Let me slow it down. I gotta get deep with y'all, right? Here's some deep shit. Let me take a deep breath, right? Because short breaths don't give you that much clarity. Take a deep breath, you get more like fulfillment. Can you see me? You get more fulfillment in your experience of like your breath, all right? Your breath, you know. It's a lot of things to talk about at this point, and I can't talk about everything in one video, as I always say. So listen, there's a thought, right? This is actually proven. Um, you can look it up. Actually, this is just a fun fact. I got from just a YouTube video. When you breathe, it's like your lungs have DMT within your body. So as you breathe and inhale deeply and exhale and stuff like that, you're releasing DMT within your lungs, causing you to feel relaxed and how you say euphoria and mental stimuli, right? I'm gonna sound like a scientist right now, but I'm also sound educated and I'm also going to sound enlightened because there's multiple things that I know as far as like I can tell you things that I know, but the things that I've seen and experienced backs up from what I know. And I'm not trying to act like an asshole. I'm not trying to act like I'm better than you. It's not a competition with me because I've already seen glory. The shit humans do, and it's the thing. I told you I'm not human, but I'm human, and I can't tell you everything. But I've told you enough. What was I saying? The things I've seen, right? I'm not looking at you guys, but I'm looking in my mind. Things I've seen in the fifth dimension, right? Because first of all, let me tell you the story. I died from a sickness, right? I died from some sort of like sickness in a parallel reality, not in this reality. Because what happened was I had the opportunity after all of that happened, right? After all of that, how you say, after, all of that stuff took place, right? When I died, I came back. Then I had the choice to come back in this timeline, but like kind of in a different, like an alternate, how you say, alternate reality or universe. But it didn't matter which one because I already knew like I was supposed to be on this one. So I'm living this one, because I had the choice to come back. And like I said, Earth, Mother Earth, her, listen, people think, the Earth isn't alive and conscious. Not anymore. And it's a tragedy because I got the insight from Mother Earth herself a while back. She told me, and I wanted to tell you guys, it's a tragic tragedy. What's going to happen to the planet is like predetermined, like preordained, like it's supposed to happen because of where humanity is at, and the reason behind it is lack of knowledge. Hmm? Yeah, lack of knowledge. I'm skipping to and what I'm thinking. I want to tell you, what I experienced too in the fifth dimension in more clarity because at this, wait a minute. Okay, that's like, yeah, okay, look. You don't see what I see, but I see what I see, right? It's funny. Just like I said, things like, when things go so cool and so awesome, I just say, that's funny. Because in a weird way of saying it, when you're dead, like spiritually, when your spirit is alive, like when you're in a higher vibrational plane of existence, I could just say it like that, like an enlightened person, right? um, it's a different kind of communication, right? It's a different kind of breathing. It's a different kind of experience is a different kind of five senses. It's not the same five senses that a motherfucking human would have, right? Now, when you become awakened with your soul, your spirit, your things of that nature, your mind, body, and spirit, right? Become unified as your six senses and all your psychic abilities, like I have, and I've showed you what I can do on the YouTube. I don't care who sees, I can do it. All right, whatever it is, what it is, it is what it is. I'm getting better as I'm supposed to be. Anyway, people with psychic abilities like telepathy, huh? Um, clairvoyance, claircognizance, clairaudience. You know, they talk about that. Clairaudience is fucking motherfuckers talking about you schizophrenic. No, you're not. You're just psychic. Fuck all the bullshit. Terminology, the white man terminology. No, you idiot. That's some doctrinated shit. I can't fuck with it. You know why? Because I already know the truth and I experienced it. So motherfucker tell me, you know, I'm just jumping ahead of conclusion. Right? You gonna tell me I have a mental illness when I know for a fact I'm in a different plane of existence at the same time as I'm here with you? And you're gonna tell me I'm crazy? And you're gonna tell me I'm seeing things that you can't see? But you're gonna say that you have something wrong with you, right? There's nothing wrong with you. It's the fucking world that we're in, the fucking way society is, and the motherfucking human thinking. And what I'm talking about, when you're in the fifth dimensional plane of existence, the vibratory frequency, everything is fucking totally different. And that's what I'm saying. I remember this shit when I was there. So everything I like in my song, what was where the crown at? I was talking about one of the verse is said, right? Wait for it. Wait for it. Hold on. It said, I said, I record the energy like I'm conscious. Wait, you gotta hear the song, man. Where the crown at? Come on, I don't remember all my lyrics in all my songs. Come on, cause I made so many songs and I just released them and then uploaded them and I was like, okay, you know, I'm gonna listen to them until I memorize them. But I didn't memorize them. Anyway, let me just keep it elevated, right? What I was saying. Psychic abilities, you know, when you're in that high vibrational state of existence, this shit right here is nada compared to the fucking lifestyle or existence or experience, right? And experience. Now I'm saying or and experience that you have when you're not human, when you're not in a physical body. So why did the ancients celebrate death, right? Why did they not mourn death? Why do we mourn death? When someone dies, we take them to a fucking funeral, and we still gotta pay for a motherfucker dying. We still paying for a motherfucker to live. Tax. I mean, the freedom beyond comprehension that you have and everything that you can do is incomprehensible to what an average motherfucker here that has no clue or no experience or no thought about what or no knowledge about what there is beyond this five sensical linear limited perception of life human experience, right? I'm just saying all of the words. Really. I am. Because I've experienced it. I'm going to try to explain. I'm going to try to, how you say it? Give you a visual, right? Because the words, when you speak see, when I'm talking about this shit, it sounds like I'm crazy, right? Because if you haven't experienced it, if you haven't seen it, if you don't know it, you can't relate. So that's what I'm saying. It's not crazy. It's not like a motherfucker came back to life like I did. I didn't come out the grave and it was a motherfucker zombie that came out. No, we have Walking Dead right now, but that's not the point. The point of the video is that I've experienced some shit that I'm trying to explain to people that they're going to see too. You know, let me try to explain this. Let me try to give you a visual. So what I saw there, right? And I'm gonna try to explain everything, not everything, but everything that I can possibly put in this video, because there's so much to the shit. Like when I was there in the fifth dimension, which I called heaven, But motherfucker guy told me he's funny. He's a funny guy because he makes shit happen, and he don't care. But it's good, right? It's like a motherfucker boss when he say when you how can I use this shit, man? I'm not using like it's a different way. It's a different kind of not caring when you're in a different world or a different plane of existence. When a motherfucker here say they don't care, they just don't give a fuck. That's human thinking, right? And I'm telling you, I'm not human, but I'm human. I can say I'm spiritual too, but that's still what I'm getting at. Too. I'm getting there. I'm an angel from that place, and I descended, and that's my place here. A descended angel. You wouldn't if you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. It's all right. Don't worry about it. The fifth dimensional beings there. There's even fourth dimensional beings because I had to rise up. You know how people say, why you say it? Well, I use this sometimes. You better rise up and wise up. You better wise up and rise up. 13 Sons said that. Old heads talk about that. I mean, wait, doesn't matter, right? I'll tell you what I experienced. All right. I gotta see when you go into this thinking, you have to be in a different state of consciousness. When you're in the fifth dimensional frequency, vibrational, like I'm talking nonsense to people. I can feel it. It sounds like gibberish. I know I'm talking too much, but I'm making a video. I'm making sure I get to the point. Let me get to it. Talking too much, stalling, right? Let me get to the point, and then more points. Let me see there. The fifth dimensional beings there, right? I'm going to try to give you a visual of what they look like. You ever seen an angel of light? Like just imagine you saw a bright light, right? Any color it could be any color, but the typical colors that are primarily there. The typical colors that are primarily there in the fifth dimensional frequency, and even on the fourth dimension there too. You have a lower set of angels and classes of humans there. There's so many things there. Like there's everything everywhere. That's why when people say everything is everything, it really is true. It really is. And let me go back to what I was saying. Right? You have demons. Right? There's all kind of demons. Right? You got motherfucker. Anything you can imagine can be anywhere on those higher planes of existence. Anything you imagine. Motherfucker could be. How you say? Motherfucker. What can I give a good? First of all, have you ever seen a demon? Ouch. Have you ever seen a demon? You could probably feel one, right? Have you ever seen a demon? Have you seen an angel? Have you seen a monster? Have you seen... I'm just asking these questions so I can get the right answers out for the people. Have you seen a vampire? Right? Have you seen Sasquatch? Right? All the motherfuckers exist. Right? Motherfucker, they talking about Sasquatch is an interdimensional being. You think I'm sounding crazy right now? This is straight up facts. It's funny because how humans think is like, why we never can find this guy? Because he's an interdimensional being. He can teleport. You know what I'm saying? He can warp through. Like when you have a state of consciousness, motherfucker, you don't need technology. I'm gonna get back to what I was saying with the fifth dimension. You don't need technology because all the technology you have, like a cell phone, a teleportation device, a ray gun, or any kind of shit, a time machine, motherfucking anti-gravity machine, motherfucking jet plane, motherfucking television, motherfucking cell phone, all these motherfucking technological advancements we have within our own self. And that's the motherfucking truth. I'm sorry I said it like that, but that's the straight up truth. The technology is the human body, the mind, and the spirit unified. That's the total technology that'll change the planet. What they're trying to do with what's happening now, which I came in the right time to see this shit. You know. Anyway, I'm gonna get back to what I was saying in a minute. I came back in the right time to see shit. They're talking about depopulation. It's just a bunch of fear shit that a lot of people are tricked into, and it's not good, but it's also kind of their fault in a sense of like, why? And the question is, why are you so scared of dying? Do you need to die to find out that death is not scary? Like, that's the things that humans put themselves into the situations they are now that they don't realize because it's on a deeper level. It's on a deeper level. I had to say it twice. It's a deeper meaning and deeper level behind the scenes that people don't realize. There's so much deep shit. Like, for real. Alright, back to the fifth dimension. Let me try to explain this shit. Alright. Because in order for you to see what I'm saying and to visualize this shit, I'd have to give you a very clear, kind of like a forward. Like, this is the thing. This is funny, right? But so let me say this so I can get into what I'm about to say. With the fifth dimension, when you're in a third dimensional plane, it's kind of hard to imagine a fourth dimensional being or fourth dimensional object because no one knows what it looks like. No, you can't imagine it because the mind is a third dimensional. What do you call it? A third dimensional. It's a third dimensional. What do you say, man? Like, fucking. What is the other word for that? Like, there's third dimensional and then da 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 da. But it's like da da. It's like a third dimensional. Fuck. A third dimensional state of consciousness. A third dimensional, yeah. State of, third dimensional mindset, right? I could just use that for right now. Lack of better words. Third dimensional picture, right? And to see a fourth dimensional picture, they would have to experience a fourth dimensional being coming to the third dimensional picture, sharing with them insight of what it is there from the fourth dimension to the third dimension. And motherfucker, fifth dimensional shit, you can't imagine. You know why? Because it's incomprehensible. That's where I was at. So trying to imagine shit, I can tell you I can give you description, like I can't give you fucking details. I can try to visualize the shit for you. So I can try to share it with you. But the shit I'm trying to tell you right now is incomprehensible. Because every time I try to say it, try to utter it out of my mouth, it's like a motherfucker, you gotta see it for yourself type shit. And that means, thus then, a motherfucker would have to die to see the light. To see what I'm saying. And that's what I had to go through. Because I was willing to die to see more of who I am, to see more of life. Because there's more life. And people think life is, when you die, it's the end. There is no fucking end. A motherfucker like me telling you I died and came back to life, but didn't come back to life in the sense of like coming back to life like Frankenstein. No. I dematerialized back into a physical like form. Okay, look at this. Your soul is your body, like a energetic photonic light projection of your soul. Your body is really your soul. So anybody you looking at, anything on the outer side is a mirror image of inside of them. You see a motherfucker fucked up, that's where their soul is at. Sometimes it could be a little bit opposite, depending on where they're at, as far as the situations and circumstances go within their life journey. If a motherfucker homeless, but they got a good ass heart, but they look fucked up, it is what it is with that. But you gotta understand, man, you gotta really see, like, big picture. That's God, big picture. They say humans. They say the devil's in the details. You know why the devil's in the details? Because you like to scramble it up like a puzzle. You see a game scramble it like a board game scramble. You scramble all the words, the letters up, and then the motherfucker try to put the letters back into the right puzzle so they can figure out what the word is, supposed to be. Like for example, if I say if I scramble all the letters in consciousness, right? Just for example, consciousness, and all the letters are scrambled, but you got to figure out, how to put the letters back into where it means consciousness. And once you get that done, you get the code, you get the key, you have the key, all right? And now you've accessed consciousness, so to speak, something like that. It's a game to the, these low things here. I'm not saying that shit. I want to say low life, but it's not, it's low life. Like, I'm not talking about everybody. I'm not talking about really a lot of people. I'm talking about that few percentage that's fucking telling people to be scared and fearful of motherfuckers dying. You should never fear anything. I think it's motherfuckers. I can't stand the Bible. I'm gonna get back to the fifth dimension too. I understand that. Like the Bible has all this shit in here, right? I got a Quran here. I'm not talking about the Quran. I'm talking about the Bible. Same shit though, just in a different way, different light. But I'm not going on I'm not knocking on nobody with their religion. I'm telling you from what I know, what I see, my perception, my point of view of this shit. I don't have an opinion. All right, opinions are for assholes. I'm not an asshole. I'm just keeping it real. All right, now that I explained that part, when I read the Bible, I was like, oh shit, this shit's a mumbo jumbo. It's all mixed. Like when you read the words, the motherfucker is writing this shit. Like to a motherfucker that has died and then seen everything that he needed to see, and then had the how you say, the ability. I'm not that's the wrong word, but it's lack of a better word. The access, the choice to come back to this earth to try to share it with people, right? It makes no sense, and it's nonsense. So I know where humanity is at. I know where the world is at. I'm not saying I'm a fucking godlike being that Superman that's gonna save the whole fucking planet. That's the whole world's job. Like everybody, we're all in this together. That's the big picture. Nobody should be left behind. Nobody should suffer. Everyone should have equality. Everybody should have peace of mind. Everybody should be cool, calm, and collected. Everybody should be good. So now you think of that. Now look at where the world is at. We're all in some sort of pandemic and some sort of stupid corona viruses, hocus pocus bullshit, right? And then you're seeing this shit, and you're like, okay, I'm seeing this shit. I'm like, okay, more mumbo jumbo. But that's chaos, and then what they say chaos. After chaos comes order. So they did this shit to set us up on purpose. There's no such thing as a motherfucker that niggas dying from coronavirus. There's no such thing. These niggas getting paid. Well, these motherfuckers have a heart attack and say they had got the coronavirus. The motherfuckers getting paid because they can get paid for that. But do people know about that? Probably, I don't know, but I do. It's all about money, control. What else? Fear. That's also part of control. Manipulation, part of control. What else? Fear mongering, part of fear. What else? Domination, death. Depopulation. Still control. So all that shit, money, power, and this is just the ugly truth about this world. There's good things in this world. Life is beautiful. But the thing is, we're seeing so much negative all the time. We ain't really looking at the light. They're looking at the good part. The goodness is within all of us. Just like God is within all men. That's what I believe. I know, actually. Because I am that which is. I already know this shit. I experienced it. For example, I'm going to go back to the fifth dimension stuff. It's hard to explain when a motherfucker, you have how you say, a super high definition camera, right? And you're looking through the camera, taking snapshots of everything. Just look at this is what I'm saying. You're taking snapshots of everything with the super high definition camera, which is your sixth sense in that spiritual realm or that fifth dimensional plane of existence, right? And then you come back to this two-dimensional pixel frame bullshit, just to call it that. And you trying to fucking put the super high definition pixels and sync the memory card inside of the motherfucking two-dimensional camera picture memory card and sync the shit up to load it up on a fucking jacked up computer, which is, the mind or the brain or memory. But, all of that is there. That's what I'm saying. I talked about this about with myself. To get to the source of information, which is God, if you want to know everything, you get to the source of everything, of all information, which is the source code, which is, what do you think it is? What is the source of a human body? What is the source of a human? Okay, the heart. I give you that. I can say that for you. The heart. What else? The pineal gland. Huh? Those are the two most important things in the human body. So what do we do with it? Huh? Well, some people, they fuck it up. Some people, they know what to do with it. Anyway, that's beside the point. Everybody can see God. Everybody can see heaven. Everybody's going to get there. Because everybody can die. But the thing is, death is not what you think. You see? When you die, it's like the moment when you feel like, oh my God, this is it. I'm dead. But then all of a sudden, it's like this surreal, like bliss and peace and like this everlasting knowing that you're going somewhere that feels familiar, something you remember, and you feel that and you gravitate towards it like you already know you're going there, right? And that's that heaven thing I'm talking about, right? You go there and you're like, oh my God, I'm going home. And then you shoot there, like you shoot up there, because spirit, your soul, your spirit, whatever, energy, whatever you want to call it, right? Astral body. When I'm talking about God's speed, motherfucker, God's speed is faster than sound and light, everything. All right, you can shoot there, teleport, anything you want, time travel, anything. I'm telling you, everything and anything is possible when you die. So the point that people have to realize while they're here is their infinite potential and to manifest it within physical reality. What I'm doing. And I've been doing this shit. And me saying this is motherfucking, I have a video recording this shit. Called aerokinesis, not teleportation. I ain't there yet. I had a slight experience of teleportation. I've teleported in my dreams, but anyway, you can do so many things that you've dreamed of, and and this thing about manifestation, your dreams become reality. And that's when the veil, when you start becoming more conscious and the veil is more thinner and thinner and thinner, like the shit will just start manifesting so fast. And you'll start be able to do things when your sixth sense is open, your mind's eye, all of that. You'll be able to do things that no one else could have never thought of, right? But just remember, I remember when I died, I was like, oh shit, I'm actually dead. Like, but then I thought, I'm not dead, I'm still alive. So I'm looking at my body, right? I'm like, oh shit, that's me, but it's not me, because I'm me. I was like, wait, then who is that? So I'm like fucked up in my head. I'm like, okay. And I'm starting to like look around and shit while I'm, out of body and shit, because that's what it is, an out of body experience when you die. When you're on your deathbed at your hospital and shit. I'm not, that was one thing. I don't like hospitals, but I was in a hospital in that parallel reality when I died. I hate hospitals. So anyway, I'm looking around and shit, right? And it's fucking crazy because I'm seeing all that shit around. I'm seeing things and, like, I'm not seeing things, but you know what I'm saying? I'm seeing beings. I'm seeing orbs. I'm seeing light. I'm seeing conscious activity. Things that I'd never seen before. Like, didn't remember. But I remember when I seen it. Because I came back to the source of information, the source of everything. And that's when you die. Because when you die, you know everything. And you are everything. But it's kind of hard to conceptualize. Because you're trying to think of everything. Everything is so simple. You could think of a dot in a motherfucking circle. right? There's a dot in the middle, a motherfucking circle around it. That could be everything. That dot is everything, and everything. And the circle could be like, how you say it? Well, just know that could be like the boundaries or the vastness of or the expansive of that everything. And just know that that circle is always expanding. You know, it can get bigger and bigger and bigger as much as it wants, but it's infinite. So really, it's like an illusion when you look at a circle. You look at a two-dimensional circle and you look at a dot in the middle. All right, I'm not thinking that. I don't want to think like that. But you get what I'm saying. When you think of infinity, it's everlasting, and it's timeless, and it's immortal, and it's supreme. It's absolute. It is God. So when you understand, like I have, and you realize, you know, it might take some people to die first, or spiritual death, or physical death, mental death, whatever it takes. But just for you to realize, you know, when you're ready, because I was ready to die, I was willing to, because I was dying, you know. Anyway, when you realize that you have infinite potential, and the motherfucking niggas, I'm gonna just say niggas, right? God damn it, this always happens. Okay, I'm back. This motherfucking shit. All right, let me run it back. Right, camera froze up on me. Something stupid happened. You know why? Because this is some real shit. This is some shit I experienced. Right. I was talking. I don't know where I was at because I don't know where I was at when it froze. But anyway, I was talking, and I think it caught up to it. Anyway, the whole point of when you die is to realize, you know, if you believe in reincarnation or not, you know, you have a choice to come back, whatever. It doesn't matter because when you're dead, well, you do anything. You could do anything you want, motherfucker. Do anything you want, and you can be anything you want. You can even be God, and all the. But first, you'd have to meet God because first of all, you got to realize when you're a spirit, it's like when you see something, you become it. That's why I said in this damn song also, motherfucking the fourth kind. You are what you see, and it said you are meant to be. You are what you see. You know. So that was real shit because I'm always on point with like this shit, especially the music. I don't know why, but it's always been like that. Anyway, sidetrack. Let me get to the point. Right, the motherfucking shit. When you are there in the fifth dimensional, and you can go even higher to sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth. I mean, anywhere you want to go, because all the realms are the higher realms are Let me think. Let me remember this shit, because you can't think about something when you think you know something you don't know. When you know something, you know it, and even when you remember something, you know it more because you recall it and you remember, and it's from like experience. And that's what I'm talking about with the Akashic records, your medulla oblongata, your pineal gland, your pituitary gland, whatever, your heart chakra, your heart, whatever, right? What did I say? When you're in a higher vibrational frequency, you're in a fifth dimensional atmosphere, right? Existence, plane of existence. It's so fucking awesome, right? It's so fucking awesome that not even these human English words can describe how fucking awesome it is, right? And I'm seeing so much fucking energy. I'm like, I think I'm almost tripping. I'm not bugging, but I'm tripping. But I'm used to it because I'm seeing so much energy while I'm talking to this shit. I know this energy's flying around me because I'm seeing this shit. And whatever you want to call it, my third eye ain't even that open right now. It's open, but I don't feel like buzzing, but it's open. Anyway, sidetrack. Anyway, what was it? God damn it, we want some shit. What was it? The point of being on this earth is to utilize your full potential and experience all of your potential here on this earth. Whatever it may be, you have to experience your full potential, or you'll come back. Because when you die, you're going to see and experience all your potential, and then you'll be like, oh shit, why couldn't I do it here? Why couldn't I do it back there? Huh? So that's why I came back too, because I was like, oh shit, now I know something new. Cause y'all, when I went there to the fifth dimension and shit, I learned so much shit there. Motherfucker, motherfucker teachers on Earth, motherfucker humans, they don't know this shit. The teachers in schools, motherfucker educators, the scientists, the professors, nobody know a fucking goddamn thing. But when I went there, I knew so much fucking shit, and I took it back with me. And that's why I was doing what I was doing. I could do what I can do. Oh shit, what time is it? Oh shit, it's like 10:30, 11 o'clock. Oh wait, 11:22. Well, anyway, I'm speaking my mind, but it's some real shit because it's experience. I'm not lying about this shit. It really is the truth. Um, it's awesome, yo. It's fucking awesome. Like when you die, I'm not saying to rush a death. You shouldn't rush your death. You shouldn't rush anything in life. You shouldn't hesitate either. You should go with the flow, but also um don't rush and don't hesitate. It's like a medium. It's like a middle way. It's like your own pace, you know? Know your pace. Everybody goes at their own pace. It's automatic. It's natural. You don't really need to think about it. It goes with everything and anything. You know, as far as like your brain, your mind, how you learn, how you develop, what do you do, how long it takes you to do this and that, how far it takes you to walk or jog or whatever, run. You know, how fast you get things done. It's a pace. Everything's a fucking pace. And why do you think the motherfucking humans, really, the humans, man, calls us, well, calls its own self the human race? Who says that? It's a human race? We're racing. So with the idea of the human race, and you know, just thinking, because I'm always thinking on the outside the box, human race is thinking like, why are we competing on something? We're racing towards something. And motherfucker, we ain't racing towards God. We right here. It's right here. It's always been here. Oh, shit. What we racing for? What are we trying to? What are we trying to be first at? Like, we're all first. We're all gonna get the cookie. We're all gonna get dessert. Yeah, death. Yeah. We're all gonna see the truth. Some people see it before others. Some people know it. Some people feel it. Some people sense it. Some people, you know, everybody's different. But shit, I'm telling you something I experienced, and this shit's fucking crazy. It's phenomenal. There's angels there. I can say like words like these. Can I describe an angel? Right? If I describe an angel, I would have to describe my true self. See that there? Did you know about that? Motherfucker, I don't want to brag or sound cocky about this, but I know when I was there in the fifth dimension, this shit was fucking crazy. It feels like I'm talking about the past, but it's really it's now. It's like the future, but it's also now. It's happening now, and it's real as ever. Like whatever, you know. It's like dreams and realities is the same shit. It's the same shit. Fantasy and fiction, same shit. Huh? It's the same shit, just in a different light or a different perception, different point of view. Same shit though, because it can be experienced. It's real. My shoulder. Yeah, when I was there in the fifth dimension, I died, and I was walking around, and I was, you know, I can walk. You can walk when you're in spirit. Um, you can float, you can fly, you can teleport, you can travel, you can run super fast. You can do anything you can think of, right? You could do anything and everything. Now that there, if I make it sound like it's your last thing to do, like if you live only one day on Earth, and I told you this in the morning, and I'm talking about like a 24-hour day, and I told you this early in the morning, and I said, you can do anything and everything. What would you do? Now, if I said I'm an ascended being from another dimension, and I came there to tell you that shit, now it's up to you to make a choice. Just like everything else is a choice, right? You know, God gave us free will. That's what they say. really we give our own selves free will. We even created God. God created us. We're all the same thing. We're everything. Listen, the shit I know wouldn't make sense. It wouldn't make sense because it's so like narrow and blunt. Like for example, when spirits communicate, right? It's straight to the point. Like when you try to get something done on in this dimensional plane. Sorry if it's dark. In this dimensional plane, right? In physical reality. You know how it takes time and energy, right? Motherfucker, it don't take nothing. You don't need anything because everything is there. It's abundant. Like motherfucking God. I'm talking about God, right? This is God. He don't even gotta be there and like he's there. I'm not saying he or she. Fuck all the human thinking. I'm sorry. Personification of God. Hold up. I'm gonna say that which is the creation or the presence of God permeates through all dimensions and everything. And there's different states of God, but it's always the same thing. The energy of God never changes, but we change to give God meaning to itself. And um, how you say there's something else to that, but it's simple, but people overcomplicate it. Uh, we give God meaning, and we give God something else. Let me show you something. Let me tell you something. When God I like to say God sometimes. I like to say God. I was there in the fifth dimension. I'm remembering this right now. When God speaks, right, it can sound like anything. And just know that, right? We're in the third dimensional plane. You can hear a motherfucker bird, right? And that's the closest thing to God, right, in this plane, right? A bird chirp. You can hear a fucking TV come on, you know? You can hear a fucking ball bouncing on the, basketball court. Anything, everything is God. You have to realize you wouldn't realize it until you see it for yourself. That's the point there too. Because I know it, and maybe you'd be convinced or whatever it may be, whatever you. But that's also simple too. But what I'm saying here is when I was there in the fifth dimension, right? When God spoke, it was like fucking vibration, and it was like life and light. Like motherfucking, the presence of God is a voice. It's a vibration that like it's so fucking awesome. It's so like I can't explain the way the words human English language words. It's beyond awesome. It's like so awesome. Like fuck. It's like so awesome. And I sound like a fucking pothead, but I'm not smoking no weed. I didn't get high today. Look, I'm high off of the truth. I'm high off of this shit. Um. Also, when I was there in the fifth dimension, right, I saw my true self. I was my true self. I'm an angel. That's why I know who I am. I just don't act. I just don't like talking about it. I like talking about it. I like to talk about it with a person. I'm talking about it here. I don't know if you might. It's whatever your opinion is. Whatever you think of me, it doesn't. I know who I am, and I'm on some shit where people can't tell me shit, but also they can help me. Communicate, talk things. Yeah, you know. But I was an angel, and I was a very bright, shining angel with wings. And motherfucker, what I could do was fucking awesome. Motherfucking awesome. And when you see other beings doing stuff, you learn so fast. You learn how to do it. If you didn't know how to do it or didn't remember, you see a motherfucker do something, you instantly learn it. That's how fucking awesome this shit is. That's that motherfucking shit where you looking at like a YouTube, right? You looking up a tutorial, motherfucker. That shit is instantaneous, and you can even manifest shit instantaneous. When people tell you when you're on a third dimensional plane that you have to learn how to control your thoughts, your words and your actions, you don't need to do none of that. When you're conscious, maybe it might depend on other people. I don't know, maybe, but it didn't. It didn't matter to me because I was already conscious enough to be there in that presence of that that awesomeness of God and the beings there, the creatures. I'm not saying creatures like creatures here, but there's so many things there. Like there's even fairies. There's like talking trees. There's like motherfucking the way of life there is so fucking phenomenal and so unique and beyond like imagination. The fucking words that I'm saying can give you a picture alone to say, oh my god, I wish I could see that shit. Or if you have, or you can imagine it, it's awesome. It's fucking awesome. It's fucking awesome. Um, yeah. Let me see. What else? What else? There's games there. There's learning schools. There's halls of learning. Like you can learn a lot of shit. There's even a fucking yeah. They have a thing called Akashic Records. That shit's real. I remember that too. It's like a library, but you can look. It's like there's so many things there that you like. There's everything in one, but there's also one in everything. Like everybody got one thing, and they also have everything in one. So you could have a fucking phone, for example, but you're in like a fifth dimensional. Like for example, like I have a phone here. Like you have a cell phone, and you have access to all this internet stuff, right? And you can make calls and things of that nature. You can text and everything. You have apps and games and everything. Just like in a fucking fifth dimensional frequency plane of existence, you could have a motherfucking thing that you could smoke. You could even smoke in the fucking fifth dimension. Like you could smoke some shit and get high and go into a sixth dimensional, seventh dimensional playing field. But you're not playing no games. It's not like you're playing games. I'm talking about like a plane of existence where you're experiencing your soul your soul expressing itself in multiple in multifaceted in infinite ways and possible infinite possible ways, yeah, infinite possible ways. I sound like a fucking nut. And it sounds awesome what I'm trying to explain to you. What else was I saying there? There is what was I saying? Like okay, I wasn't finished with the phone thing. Yeah, there's everything. Just like you have a phone, and like I said, everything in it. You could have a motherfucking cigarette, but it's not a cigarette. When I smoked there, I even smoked something. I remember what it's called. They call it sparkles, or they call it sparks. I'm sorry, they call it sparks. I'm like, why do they call it sparks? And I was still in my human form, looking like I look human, like this person here, but I was in the fifth dimension, right? I was in a higher plane of existence. So, then when I came into a higher awakening, like a higher conscious state, I became like an angel and shit. Like I was lighting up because they showed me and they helped me remember who I really was, like who I truly am. And like I told you, Lucifer. But motherfuckers is stupid because they think Lucifer's evil. Motherfucker, Lucifer, the light bearer. You think about light. Now look at the light. In the darkness, right? God said, let there be light. Now, who the fuck let Lucifer out the cage? You see what I'm saying? And it's not in a bad way. Lucifer is the light bringer, right? The morning star. God is the darkness, and light is the Lucifer. Lucifer is the light. So God told me the light. God told me to let there be light. Isn't that funny? But I'm not saying it like I'm the only one that can fucking do it. Then I don't want to sound like that guy, right? I'm not that. I don't want to sound like that. Because in order to convince people, they'd have to see the glory of who I am. That's what I'm saying. The shit I'm doing is scratching the surface. I've seen all my glory. There's so much more to it, though. There's infinite. That's what I'm saying. Infinite plus possibility. It's infinite. Like fucking shining. Like you think of God and Lucifer. Motherfucking Lucifer is a spark. Like I'm saying myself. You can look at you can look at, if you spark a match in the dark, yeah, you see that flame, that little flame there, right? And that's the light bringer. But you think of God, right? Okay. God, right? All right. You think of the darkness and the light. I'm trying to think of how humans think like this. I'm human, but it's fucking crazy. Because I don't want to sound like a nut, but I know who I am. And motherfucker, I can't be convinced otherwise because I've already seen the light of who I am. Motherfucker, I can sound like a human, right? Listen, Lucifer is not evil. Jesus is Lucifer. What they say Jesus was. Mm. Jesus is, in the so-called Bible, the Son of God. So when you look at the sun, you see the sun, when you're looking in the sky, you see the sun comes up and down, rises and sets, comes up and down, rises and sets, but always comes back up and comes back down, but always comes back up. You hear what I'm saying? Always. There will never be a day without the sun, nor the moon, unless they destroy the moon. Then see, that's where the shit's fucked up at. Because now humans are going to play God. If a motherfucker blew up the moon, you know how fucked up that would be on a whole universal scale? It would make a ripple in space, energetic ripple. And it would affect dimensions. It would affect a fourth dimensional atmosphere. It would affect the fifth dimensional atmosphere. It would even affect other celestial bodies. And then you get the idea of Venus, Venus being the celestial body of the goddess of what do you call it? Damn, Venus. I'm a Libra. That too, all that fits in the category of who I am. So that's why I'm not gonna be convinced otherwise. Somebody gonna tell me who I'm not. I already know who I am. And when I say these things, I already know, right? Um, motherfucking back to the shit, right? The fifth dimension, the sixth dimension. I can't imagine that right now because of where when I'm saying the sixth dimension, right? You gotta realize that's even another octave up from the fifth dimension. So things there is I want to say slightly different, but it's still different. Um, as above, so below. That's a universal truth there, law. So what's going on down here, so-called, supposed to be down here. It's not really down here. Everything is here, and it's now. Everything is here, right? So when people think searching for God, where are you going? Where are you going? Where are you going? Why are you going there? You want to go to a mountain, Mount Everest. You want to climb Mount Everest and seek and search of God. You might find something that'll lead you to you, because then you'll see you had the strength in you to climb the mountain. Then you realize, oh shit, God is within me. If I had the strength to climb the mountain, and I don't see a motherfucker out here telling me otherwise, or telling me, oh, you could have done that. That was something else. That wasn't you. No, it was all you. Um, I've seen God. I can't say I've seen God actually. I've seen God in the fifth dimensional thing, but I really can't remember. I remember the experience. See, when you seeing things, it's just like a vague, blurry image. That's why I'm trying to explain and describe the shit I've seen in fifth dimensional plane of existence. This shit's so hard to think of. It's hard, but it's possible. It's a long ass video. Sorry about that. Anyway, I'm gonna upload it. What was there? Fucking shit, real quick. What was it? Boom, 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 boom. Okay. I was talking about. I said train of thought. Something happened over here in this in my area. My I'm in my room, so something, whatever it is, it does, it affects people. It affects everyone. Everybody's connected. Everything is one. I can say that, and then I could walk across a motherfucker, cross paths. I could pass a person, and they have a totally different facial feature or attitude or energy or clothes. There's just differences. But we're all one energy. We're all one thing. When you get closer and higher up to these dimensions, you realize that even more. Because then when I first when I came in contact with God, I experienced God. Like, remember when I told you in one of the videos that I uploaded, I said, I met God before, and it's fucking crazy. It's an infinite battery, all right, of infinite energy that you can fucking absorb and soak in and bathe in light and glory and the shimmering, infinite, powerful. You know what I'm saying? And it goes on and on. Because God is evolving so fast, motherfuckers can't keep up. You know why? Because He's the only one. I'm not saying He, but that is. That's why we're all in this together. You know, nobody's left behind. Nobody's going to be left behind because we're all God. We're all a piece of God, whatever you want to call it, but we're all the same thing. You know, we're all in this together. And that's a fact. Motherfucker, somebody destroyed the earth. You know, we're all in this together. We will all see, what I saw. But anyway, back to what I was saying. Yeah, God is fucking awesome. You know, it's like I'm gonna use the analogy of food. All right, let's say Let me give you something good. Right, what is so yummy? Right, so good. Mm, okay, let's say you was craving some chocolate. Right. All right, you want a chocolate cake with whipped cream and cherry on top, right? Or whatever you prefer, you know. That could be God for you. Now the sensation and experience of that you consume, that you allowed, um, that you consciously chose to experience and digest within your body. Now when you know experience with the five senses and possibly even more, you can do that. And that's where it goes into the higher dimensions when you experiencing things with your other senses, not with just your five senses, because you have beyond five senses, and I have beyond five senses here on this plane, so I know what I'm talking about, and I see things people sometimes don't see. Schizophrenia, right? Anyway, the piece of pie, you know what I'm saying? Or piece of cake, piece of cake. You eat the piece of cake, you experience it, and you just totally fall in love and you enjoy this taste of wonderful, delicious delightfulness. And you enjoy it. And you're like, oh my God, this is the best piece of cake I ever had. And you're like, oh my God. But then in this plane, you have to realize you can only have that experience of that one thing, maybe twice or how many ever times you want to have it. But when you're in the fifth dimension, you can have it so many times. It's infinite, and you never run out, and you never get full, and you never feel tired, and you never feel sad, and you never feel hurt, pain. You never, you don't feel none of this human stuff. You don't feel none of this stuff. So where I'm at now, just to leave it off with this, I'm unifying my mind, body, and spirit. Right, my mind, body, and spirit are unifying. Right, they're merging. This is where we're supposed to go in this future humanity. What do you call it? 2022 or 2023, right? 2020, whatever you want, up and away, right? Buzz Lightyear, let's go up. We're supposed to be evolving, and I'm evolving, right? And my mind, body, and spirit are unifying more and more every day, you know. So that's why I'm having these experiences. That's why I know this stuff. That's why I can do what I do: aerokinesis, psychic abilities, telepathy, telekinesis, things that you see in sci-fi movies, or whatever you want to call it. Fantasy world. You know, so yeah, that's that in a nutshell. Long story short, but there's so much more. That's what I'm saying. I can't explain everything in one video, and it's an hour fucking long. Now think about it. Remember what I just said in the first part of this first segment. When you're dead, there's no such thing as time. There's timelessness, eternal everlastingness. You're basically immortal. You don't think about how cold or how hot it is or what I'm going to eat. You know, What do I feel like doing? You know, should I sleep? What time I gotta go to sleep? What time I gotta go to work? You don't think about none of that shit. It doesn't register because there's no such thing as that. You know, as far as human affairs go, that's human affairs. You know, there's angel affairs, angelic affairs, celestial affairs. You know, and more beyond that, demonic affairs, satanic affairs. What do you want to call it? Godly affairs. Whatever your labels go, and there's even more names that we don't know that I can't, use within the English language that I don't know. But there's more to that, and there's so much more. Elemental affairs, spiritual affairs, um, natural, supernatural affairs. I mean, there's so much. I'm just using names, you know. There's so much more to life than just this shit. And I always knew that shit. Ever since I was in church with my mom, and I'm gonna bring you back, alright? Ever since I was in church with my mom, I was like, 8. No, I was 13 or 12 or something, 11 or something like that. And I was an usher in church. I'm like, okay, I'm like a preacher, where everybody praising God, everything cool, la 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 la. I'm like, wait a minute, wait. I'm not feeling none of this shit. I'm not feeling the presence of God like they are. I'm not in this total excitement. I'm not feeling the Holy Spirit. I'm not, and it just dawned on me like I'm interested in my higher purpose is somewhere else. And that led me to where when I turned 17, I experienced the presence of God, which was within me. I opened my third eye, my heart chakra, all my chakras. I felt so much shit. Like, okay, I felt like infinite unconditional love. That was the first thing. I'll always remember that too. That was the breakthrough of the indoctrination and the bullshit and the what do you call it? What the fuck you call it? The motherfucking shit. What is it? The generational curse, right? I broke that too. Because you have to understand, you are your ancestors, right? You know, all your family members. If you're your youngest, I'm 24. Everybody else, I'm my ancestors. Okay, I'm my ancestors. Now, them motherfuckers before me, they told my ass to wake up, and they knew I would. I even saw my ancestors in the fourth fifth dimension. Some of them look like shit I never even seen before, but they knew me. I was like, oh shit, and they just it was I really can't remember that what they did, but I knew what I feel like it's like they nodded their heads and they knew you're on the right track, you're doing good. Like it was like yeah, you're good, you know you're okay, bub, you passed, flying colors, pass the test, something like that. But that's a little story, like that's a part of the story. There's so much to that, and I wish I could remember all of it. They even told me before I went back to Earth. They said you're not gonna remember all of this, but you're allowed to remember some of it because if you remember too much, you're just gonna you're not gonna really fit in. You're gonna like they knew everything. Like you're not gonna fit in. Like they know everything about Earth and society and where the world is at. They know all this shit already. They know it. The spirits know it. They know what's going on. And they know where humanity is at. That's what I'm saying. I already know where y'all at. I'm not saying y'all, but y'all. I know where everybody's at. I know where a man's heart, mind, and soul is at, and a woman. You know why? Because I'm an angel, and I don't really deal with human affairs unless I like I'm in disguise. Um, which they were in. You're not gonna see my true self. I wish I could show you. What I say? Look up a picture on Google and look up an angel, right, of a photography, right? That's me, kind of image, but it's the photography, the photograph of the angel, the after um image is the angel is brighter than the after image. Like when you see an angel, it's so much fucking bright light. That's what I am. That's why I experienced what I experienced when I was growing up. That's why I do what I do. So I was doing telekinesis and telepathy. That's why I was one with the. I was even in the fifth dimension on Earth, like, but in a different way. But then I actually went there. It was totally awesome. It was totally awesome. And there's so much more to life. Like, it's so much more. I was one with the earth. I was talking to everything. I was even talking to the sun. Like, if you would you believe that I was talking to the sun, and it was like we was brothers type shit, right? You wouldn't believe that shit, would you? Would you even believe that? And the moon was like my. You think I'm crazy? You think You think I'm crazy? Somebody would think I'm crazy for that. But I was talking to the trees. I was talking to the I was talking to everything, even people, and I was talking with them telepathically, whether they knew I was talking to them or not. But they were responding and they was reacting to what I was saying telepathically. And I was even working at Subway at my job while I was doing it. I was multitasking like a motherfucker. You know, talk about being God on earth. That's how I felt. But it was like I wasn't God, but I was my true self, embodied in myself. You know, I recognized myself, and then now I know it, and I seen it. Like first, like when I was 17, uh, I was working in Subway. I didn't see my true self. I felt my true self in me, and it was so awesome. Like I was one with the universe type shit, everything. And I didn't smoke cigarettes though. I smoked a little bit of weed, but I didn't smoke like weed. I smoked wheatgrass. I was vegetarian. You know how fucking vicious that is? Like, this is a one time, it's a one time for the one time for everything with me, with these things. Cause for me, all I need to do is experience it one time, like something, one time, and I would have like, the, I, I remember it forever, you know? And that's what I'm talking about, the book of life or the Akashic records or wherever your information, your memories, everything is stored. There's like a whole network. Like there's so much shit there. I can't see what it's saying right now. I mean, I can't think of it right now. But it's there. Everything you can imagine, anything is real, and it's real, and it's real, and it's there. It's what is a movie that I can relate to? Wonderland, but that's a limited way. But it's a concept. Not Wonderland. Wonderland? Not Wonderland. That's a fucking Wonderland. Wonderland. Wonderland is about snow, wintertime. No, I think I don't know. There's so much shit. There's so much shit. So much awesome stuff. Awesome sauce. I can't hype it enough, man. Because even when I'm talking about it, I'm still like remembering and feeling like I remember it, and it's like I know I can get there again. I know I will, because you know the thing about it is some souls they choose to come back because they know um that it's fucking awesome there, and it ain't going nowhere. Ain't nothing going nowhere. Like I'm not saying that in a bad way. It's a good thing. It's always going to be there, you know. Heaven and the fifth dimension, and there's so much other heavenly planes of existence. I won't just say fifth dimension, six, seven, eight, nine, all the way up to what you can imagine. Hmm. As far as you can go, you know. That's why I said don't rush and don't hesitate, because if you rush your experience, if you try to get through life fast and haul ass and shit, you're gonna miss out, and you're not gonna feel satisfied with life. You're not gonna enjoy it. And when I came back to Earth, right, it was funny, cause I came back in like this weird set, like situation, like reality, like timeline, like it was weird. Cause when I came back, I remembered everything while I was going along with my life, like I lived it again. It was weird, but then I started remembering, like, oh shit, I died and came back to life. But it wasn't like I died and came back to life. I dematerialized because I remembered what happened. So, you know, when people talk about stealing your soul, rap industry, well, like, nobody can steal your soul, right? No thing. If that's possible, which I even said, anything and everything is possible. Well, then you motherfucker, you have the ability to get your soul back. Then, if someone can steal your soul, you can steal it back from it. What do you mean? If they stole your soul, right? Listen how stupid this shit sounds, and listen how smart I'm gonna sound to counteract with this shit. If somebody stole your soul, right? You gotta think, how strong of a soul are you to fight back so you can be free again? Now look at this shit. You gotta really think outside the box with this shit. Motherfucker stole your soul. Listen to what it's saying. Where's your soul, first of all? Huh? Where's your soul? That's the first question. A motherfucker that don't know where your soul is, you should ask that to yourself or ask anyone. Or look it up on Google. They would even say it. The seat of the soul is the pineal gland, right? Even the heart too is a solar, like, because it's electromagnetic, so we're electrical beings, and it's like a source of energy, right? It's electric, and it's a source of energy. It's a source, basically, just a source of the energy, that you pump in this electromagnetic field that you have, and aura, and things that you can see and you can't see. Okay. You know that. I know that. And then shit. Damn, train of thought. Come back. See, the train of thought gotta come around. That's how my thinking be doing. Cause you see, when I'm rolling on a train of thought, like when I'm doing something and I'm rolling, I can't be stopped until I stop myself, or motherfucker, or if like something stops me, which is also stopping myself. Cause maybe I might be rushing, or I might be going too fast, and I might have to slow it down. Cause I could just like accelerate too. Anyway, what was I saying? Damn, what was I saying? It was awesome. I was saying something. This. Wait. I was saying something. the, what was I saying? Good. Wait a minute. I'm coming back with it. I'm sorry. Train of thought, I'll come back around. Train of thought. Not thought. Okay. Damn, it actually just went around. It went through the tunnel. That motherfucker disappeared. Shit. I'm like, wow. Train of thought just vanished, disappeared through the tunnel. Like what is that movie? With that Christmas movie with the train and the girl and the kid and the other kid, dork. All aboard. That's a magical train too. But that's also, that's some real shit too. Because there's magic. Magic is real. I had to change the subject, but it's the same topic. Well, I was going to cut the video, but I can keep going on until it stops. After that, I just come back with another thing. I'm going to show y'all my hydrokinesis. I got some shit I got to do. What's the time? It's 12 o'clock in the morning. All right. Now, I got to keep it down. I'm in a hotel, right? Yeah. So hydrokinesis, I'm gonna show y'all that. I'm gonna show you how I do it. I'm gonna walk it through it. When I show you, I'm gonna tell you about it, right? Show and tell. Get ready, all right? My word is my bond with this stuff. Because if my word is not with like listen, if we don't, my word is my bond. And sometimes if a motherfucker, it's weird. Like when you say you're gonna do something for somebody, but you feel it before you can feel that they don't want it before you even make contact with them again. And then you come and make contact with them, and then you find out that you already knew they didn't want it. Like, I was going to give somebody something, and I told them I was going to give them something. But when I was on the train on my way there, it was like, oh, this nigga, he not going to want it. I knew it already. You know what that is? Claircognizant. That's another psychic ability. Everybody has it. Some people, they do it. They have it. They don't know, that's also lack of knowledge. It's okay with that part. I mean, if you can do it, you don't know you're doing it, but you can do it. You can get away with that. Um, um, um. Okay. Back to what I was saying with the fifth dimension. Or wow, I'm seeing some awesome shit here. I'm actually speaking so much. It's permeating like that thing I was talking about with God. Like when God speaks, it's like vibration throughout the whole plane of existence, and everything feels it, and it experiences, like everything experiences the sound of God and the vibration of God, and like it does something, and it I think okay, yeah, it does something. I'm not gonna tell you what it does yet, because I feel like I remember it, but I also feel like I'm thinking about it. Um, so I'm not really too sure about it. All I'm saying is I'm seeing energies in my room, and it feels like they're familiar with me, and I feel like I'm familiar with them a little bit. Or it also might mean I stayed up too long. I didn't sleep last night. Um, so if I stay up tonight, I wouldn't have slept for 2 days, which is also like your brain. If you don't sleep enough, you might actually see things. Also, that's also part of your pineal gland. You know, your pineal gland. That's cool. It's real cool. Yeah, my eyes need sleep. Oh yeah, I feel that. I feel that. Yeah, okay. Close my eyes for a little bit, and then it feels like all right. Yeah, but I'm not tired. That's the fucking thing. I'm not tired at all. It's crazy, right? Hey, you guys ever experienced this? When you look at something in the corner of your eye, and you see like a flash or a little ball of light, like it seems like it's in your vision, in your eye, but it's not actually in your eye. It's actually something you're seeing in reality, but you're seeing it as like if it's a part of your eye, right? Like I see blue, I see purple sometimes. I kind of feel like those are spirit guys, or those are like little like spirits. How you say like beings? Let me see that. Like beings peeping into your reality or this dimension, checking up on you. I feel like that's kind of what it is too. Like they can come in and out because when I came from the fourth dimension, um, back to the third dimension, I was when I was coming back to my body, or I was dematerializing, right? I was not dematerializing. I was descending back into a physical, density of light and energy, and things of that nature. And I was still spirit, and I had like some time to look around and see things in the third dimensional energy. In the third dimensional, but I was a fourth dimensional being looking in third dimension when I was coming back down. And I seen some shit, and I was like, yo, and I was feeling all this like negative, like heavy energy. Like if a car rolled by, or if a siren went off, or if a motherfucker yelling, or somebody even thinking negative thoughts, it would be so heavy, and it would look so dark, like it would just feel uncomfortable. So I was like, nah, all right, let me stop being spirit now. Come on, give me my body back. As I said, let me be me again, And then I physicalized back into me, my skin, my organs, my hair, everything that I'm looking at now, that you're seeing now, right? That's what I'm saying. Your soul is your body. Understand that. Know that. Um, what I was saying, and also I was it was, one second. It was like I had amnesia for a little bit because they told me I'd had to forget a little bit of my time there. Like I said, it was like amnesia because it felt like I was being born again. Um, but I was coming back into the third dimension, which is like their state of consciousness in this realm, like humanity's state of consciousness in this realm on the third dimension is low, and it's not high enough to to maintain or stabilize a fourth or fifth dimensional consciousness to have like for example, or for an just for what I'm saying here, for an example, a fifth dimensional being can see a third dimensional person, right? A human. But a third dimensional person can't see a fifth dimensional being unless they've reached that state of consciousness, right? Which is your psychic abilities, your third eye open, and your consciousness, right? All that. Your mind. All right? You have to open your mind, think outside the box, stuff like that. Open your mind. So the majority of people here, that's why I say I know where everyone's at. I know the world. I know man's heart. I know a woman's heart. I know man's mind, body. I know all the, because I'm an angel. I know this shit. And the way where the world's at, it's just so low. It's still low. It even got a little lower actually, because of this epidemic. So this is why I'm here to witness this stuff, also to experience, have fun, and also live up to my potential, because I've already seen my infinite potential. It's glory. It really is glory. That's glory. You say God's glory. God is infinite. Motherfucking, we all infinite beings with potential. Potential is the fucking state of manifestation of something that, for example, the third dimension, like, okay, for example, let me use this one little simple thing. For example, something that's infinitely potential. Like, potential is possible. Let me know. Potential. Look at the fucking definition of potential. I'm sorry to even say it like that, but I'm thinking to myself, how come I don't know the definition of potential? It's like the capability of something. That's also another word for potential. But the definition of potential is how much energy. I'm gonna just use this. How much energy do you have and can withstand? How much can you handle? That's what kind of it means to me a little bit. If you can't handle it, like people say, you can't take the heat, go home. That's like potential, because you got to deal with it deals with your DNA and stuff like that, your skin, your energy. The sun if it's too hot, but if a motherfucker's in the shade and or even in the heat, that in the sunlight, and he's doing okay, even if he's melanated or not, feeling good, You can't take the heat, go home. The same in that same concept. Same concept. But infinite potentiality, that's fucking, unlimited, limitlessness. That's facts. I'm talking a lot, but maybe there's not a lot of people listening to this long ass video, or who knows. But this is for me to hear also, when I'm bored, or if I want to hear something, just to recall back, to think back and hear myself again from the future. I mean, when I'm in the future, I'm hearing myself, It's awesome, though. It's really awesome. Like, when I came back, I had amnesia, and I was from the future, but I talked to my future self. I talked to my higher self. I seen a lot of shit. And I was like, yo, what the fuck? That's fucking awesome. Right? Right? It's fucking awesome. What else? What else? What else? Your ancestors can be your higher selves too, in different forms. But also different spirits can take different roles of where you're like like your higher self can be anything. Like when they use this stupid thing, AA meeting, when they say your higher power, somebody used a fucking chair for an example. And the motherfucker said, that chair could be your higher power. I said, what the hell are you really? I said, all right, I'm out. Because first of all, when I was in the AAV, this is some stupid shit with me though. It's not really important. It's just, you know where I'm at. All right. If you know where I'm at, what I'm saying in this whole video, you know what I'm about to. You know what I'm about to say. I'm like, fuck this bullshit, man. You talking about AA me? Motherfucker, I drink, but I don't drink like y'all. I smoke, but I don't smoke like that. You know, I have an addiction, but I admit to my addiction. But shit, I'm not doing no fucking hard shit. Come on. I'm comfortable with my addiction, which is cigarettes. Strictly cigarettes, you know? That's what I'm allowed to do. I didn't die from cigarettes. I died from some stupid shit. I don't know how I died, but it was stupid. I got sick though, and I was in the hospital bed. And it was funny. But yeah, I gotta go. Um, all is good, all is well, you know. One love, all this stuff. We're good. Um, oh, let me send this big. Come on, Mr. Lewis. I'm ready.
317?
318 here.
Okay, how many names over here?
Gerard.
317. What about? Anybody in here, 317? I need your name. I need you to come out. 318 would be, what's your name?
Gerard Ruffin, that's right. J-E-R.
318. I'll make sure.
Yeah.
Duran Ruffin. Because it's only one.
There's only one Gerard Ruffin?
William Simpson. 317, right? Yeah.
Ooh. Alright. Alright, Mr. Lewis, you the man. You know that, right? You man. You the man. Yeah. Alright, yeah. Well, that was fun, wasn't it? Yeah. Oh, this video was 1 hour and 32 minutes long. Right? Look at the light coming in my face. They got some cameras. They got some lights coming action here. Okay? Now look at this. You guys see this? Right? Some people think, well, listen, this is funny, right? I'm getting a light on my face, and you a little like, it's funny. It really is funny. It's funny. It's funny. I'm saying it in this way. When I say funny, like that, like what I just said, it's so funny. It's hilarious beyond like it is it's perfect. Like it's perfectly funny, and that's why I'm saying it's funny like that. It's funny because there's black people in the fifth dimension. There's black people in every dimension. There's different colors of beings in a higher dimension. You know, you got motherfucking niggas looking like what is his name wait a minute. Okay, he's a Dragon Ball Z character. Doruko? No, like there's so many things there, right? I'm saying things because you. What is his name, man? Dorabo. I'm trying to think of his name. His name. Okay, hold on. I look weird. I'm looking at myself. Dor. I forgot his name. It's on the tip of my tongue. I can see the word, but I'm trying to say it. It's weird. Doroko. No. Damn. Well, anyway, you got a guy named Doroko. That purple pinkish guy, you know. Well, anyway, you got a lot of beings there in the fifth dimension, and there's also there in the fourth dimension. Yes, there is an astral plane. If anyone has ever astral traveled, this you know, right? There's a halls of learning, right? I forgot to mention in the fifth dimension. It's the halls of learning. What you have in the fourth dimension is where they keep the Akashic records, and the archives. It's really called the archives. Uh, um, yeah, it's the archives of something, but it's like a giant memory bank of like your personal. You can get your personal information, like You know, you look at okay. Let me start going with the mundane stuff because humans don't know really everything about everything. Because when you're there, you know everything. So it's hard to come back with everything when when you know everything. You come back to this. Should I fit everything in this? Right? It's not gonna work all the way. So it's like an archive. Like you have a memory bank, right? But you have like your story and all your life, all your past lives. Like I even lived some of my past lives there. I lived so long there, like, oh my fucking God. I'm saying, oh my fucking God. And you think God has a problem with me saying, oh my fucking God? Some people think like that. And they say, why are you saying, oh my fucking God? You shouldn't curse in the name of God. That's the name vain. You don't understand. God is not a fucking person. God is not human. God doesn't think like humans. God understands, knows, is everything. So there's no such thing as judgment. There's no such thing as wrath of God. There's no such thing as God being jealous. There's no such thing as hate with God. There's no such thing as envy with God. There's no such thing as lust or anything of that except for the oneness of unified collective um like unconditional love energy that is abundant and infinite and all powerful that knows like itself and everything, which is all of us combined. That's what I'm saying. All of us are all in one. We're all in this together. So without all of us, where would God be, right? You got to think like that. If you can imagine all of us, every single thing, joining. We're all connected. Everything, even alien extraterrestrial, we're all connected. Why do you think we have alien extraterrestrial DNA? I'm saying alien extraterrestrial, but it's extraterrestrial DNA. You have other species of DNAs within your DNA. Whether you're special, you have different kinds of extraterrestrial DNA. I know my extraterrestrial DNA. I looked it up, some of it. I know I'm a Syrian DNA. I got Syrian DNA, strongly dominant Syrian. Right. I got some Pleiadian in me, right? Arcturian within me. You know why? How? Because I've seen my higher selves, I've seen my future selves, and I know them in dreams, and also my imagination, and also myself. I've seen it within me, and that you see what I'm saying? The source of everything is within you. How you're gonna figure out the universe, how you're gonna figure out the keys to unlocking life or any kind of cheat code to life or any kind of superpower or any kind of thing, anything, it starts from you first. Michael Jackson he shitted on everybody with that. But he was inspired by a celestial being. I'm gonna say godly being. All right. Because first of all, Archangel Michael. All right. These archangels. I'm gonna backtrack to my Michael. He inspired a lot of people because he said, "You are the man in the mirror, man in the mirror, man in the mirror." And you know that song, "Man in the Mirror." And it starts with you. You have to change the world. You have to change you before you change the world. So with that knowingness, if you're in a low state vibrational frequency, you got to change yourself to get into a higher vibrational frequency. And with a low vibrational frequency, you create a low vibrational experience of Earth, right? Because you attract the same. You're vibrationally connected and attracting the same things you're experiencing, which people don't really know. They just live their day, their life. Some people know because they do the research. Technology is here. They do the research, look things up. And kids looking things up and things. Information is everywhere. Regardless, you should not know nothing. You should know something. And like I said, going to Archangel in a minute. The law of attraction, things of that nature. Karma, dharma. People say karma's a bitch. Why? Why you say shit? She could be my sister. I'm Lucifer. You shit. She could be my sister. The funny thing is, I never had a problem with karma. Ever since I woke up, and it's funny. I said it again. It's funny because and I'm gonna go back to Archangel Michael in a second. It's funny because when I woke up and I'm conscious, I'm learning. I'm willing to learn. I'm getting to know who I am in the true nature of getting to know who I am. God, everything. Okay, everything about me, and everything about me is infinite, and it goes on and on and on. So when I say glory, it's really glory. Glory is like, um, if you type in the word glory on Google, you wouldn't find anything that would match to the fucking glory that there really is. See what I'm saying? The human thinking. Motherfucker, this is what I'm saying. A super high definition camera trying to compare it to a two-dimensional pixel camera. Come on. You can't. It doesn't work that way. So what happens is you have to upgrade the camera. You get 2 pixels, then you get 3 pixels, then you get 4 pixels, then you get 5 pixels, 6 pixels, 7 pixels. You keep going upgrade. You keep leveling up. You keep evolving. You know how you keep evolving? You keep um getting codes. You keep getting information. You keep getting knowledge. You keep growing, right? You keep working towards the goal, which is like the same thing as growing to your potential, which is infinite potential. You knowing your potential is half the battle. Now to put the action in place, because we're in a plane of existence where it requires action. In the higher dimension, you can fucking think something and it could just happen. You know what I'm saying? I know what I'm talking about. I can do that. I do that shit. And if you think hard enough and even be patient just a little bit, and maybe even act on this stuff, you can either be patient and it can come to you, depending on where you're at, where your mind and how you do the thing, the law of attraction, and how either or you can act on it and make it happen yourself, so you wouldn't have to wait for nothing. See, you can wait for something, or you can go get it. That's all I want. What they see people say, dreamers or dream chasers. Yeah, that's simple as it is right there. I just decoded that shit with what I'm thinking about. Anyway, what was that? Archangel Michael. Boom. He's on the plane of, yeah. We got angels in the building, right? I'm not talking about this building. I don't know any angels here. I don't recall any people, knowing themselves that well enough to know who they truly are here. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not knocking into that. I know who I am. That's it. Boom. I'm making the video. You seeing me, my face, right? Okay. Um, 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 even my voice is so beautiful that like I can, like God. Like when I say things, it's almost as similar to what God does. Even all spirits can do that, but my voice was like beautiful, bro. It was like beautiful, and I was just simply amazed of just one song that I sung. It was out of this fucking world. I never heard a song like it. But let me get back to Archangel Michael. He's real, right? And this Archangel Gabriel is so many archangels. Right? When you think of the archangels, right? When I'm telling you, there's everything and everything there. All right, you can imagine how many archangels there are that they call that they know, that you guys know about, like Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Michael, Archangel Uriel, Archangel Zachiel, Archangel um all the motherfuckers. But then there's all the motherfuckers on each dimension, in each dimension, and they serve like everybody has a job, so to speak. Not really working, but it's like they have a purpose. It's not a job. Here in this earth, in this realm, it's a job. We have jobs. We work for this shit. And we sweat, and we gotta take a shower. We gotta do this mundane physical stuff. I'm not knocking none of this human stuff, but at the same time, I know the other side. And just as it is much more beautiful over there on the other side that I know, same it could be here. It's just that no, I can't say that right there. I can't say as above, so below right there. What I can say is the law of correspondence. Is that the same fucking thing? I think so. What I was supposed to say the law of duality or some shit. Polarity, yeah. Where you have opposites. Even opposites attract. It's so fucking funny. And I realized that like I've met people that are totally opposite of me, but we like kind of click. Not to say like we don't agree on everything, but it's like the energy is really nice, or the conversation is really nice. It's a nice, it's a good. I'm having a good time with them, whether it's a man or female. Not to say not like that. I'm not going there. Female, of course, I'm going to go there if she wants to too. That's facts. I'm a man. You know, I'm a human man. I'm an angel. I have a penis. I have human parts. Well, what kind of genitals does an angel have? They talk about in the Bible fallen angels and Nephilims. Yeah, I'm a Nephilim too. I'm also fallen angel. Well, that's the same shit. There's also demigods and I forgot yet demigods, like half man, half god. There's so many things. There's even animals, half animal, half man. There's so many things in the spiritual realm. So many deities, so many gods, so many animal spirits and human spirit animals, and there's so many mixtures of everything, and it's just everything in one and all. It's so fascinating there. It's really, what is the word I'm looking for? It's not fascinating. It's what is the other word? It's fascinating, but it's like supercalifragilisticexpialidocious type shit. Like it's like like what? Like you're looking at this shit, and your eyes are opening when you're coming into the realm, right? As you phase into the dimension, as you synchronize and harmonize with the frequency and vibration of the plane, and you're beginning to realize and remember, oh shit, this is your what? And then you're like, oh my god, I'm finally here. Oh shit. And then you feel so excited from everybody else because their energy, like when you're empathic here, motherfucker, when you're there, it's times a billion. You feel everything times a billion. How much is a billion on this earth? When you think about that, I might be exaggerating, but just to think about it. Now think about God, experiencing the presence of God in that like highest form, like what I experienced. That shit was like, to remember that. I would remember. I would only remember just like a little tiny less than a 1% fraction of that experience. You want to know why? I don't know why. Maybe until I die. Again, but that's the part because you keep coming back for more, and it's like, wow, this shit is that. This is funny. I just realized this. Remember this also. I mean, I remember this and realized it. Some spirits, like I said, they like to come back to Earth. Remember what I said, and they do it because it's fun. They say it's fun, and I observed the spirits going into the portals or whatever they did. I'm looking at this shit and I'm seeing it in my mind's eye. Once again, I'm seeing this shit going into these portals, and they're descending into the realms, or sometimes they're going up realms and they're going into different dimensions, alternate dimensions. There's so many spirits doing so many things. So I'm saying is not a job. It's like it's for you. Everything is for you and for the greater good, which is God, and serving everything. And that's what I'm saying by everything is one, because you're serving the bigger picture. Fuck the details, devil. You're serving the bigger picture. All for one for the all, We're all in this together. That's a fact. And when you're there, you'll see that. That's what I saw. And I remember that. Now, am I always going to remember that and keep that in mind? It's going to be in the back of my head, while I'm walking around the street and going to the stores and thinking, doing normal human average stuff, And that's just normal stuff, I guess. I'm always going to be different. Always. But my inner voice told me, you got to be normal. You got to be normal. You're acting paranoid. I'm like, come on, man. Not right now. What do you want me to do? Come on, man. Because it's really me talking to myself, And if you think about it, it's like your higher self, but it's also like God talking to your higher self type shit, But it could be also an angel or a higher being higher than your higher self. That's what I'm saying. There's levels to the shit. That's why we're here in this plane, and what we had the potential to see, when we're ready, because I can see it here. I know it, and I will see it eventually. That's what I'm saying. I tried to tell people, one person believed me. They knew, I came back to this world this is my third time here. One guy, the rest of the people I told, but I was telling people, I'm from the future. But then I was thinking to myself, I just died, and I came back from the future, and I was in heaven, and, I was seeing things, I was experiencing stuff. I was excited, and I was like, this is fucking crazy. But anyway, I was saying, what was I saying? Damn, I was going so fast. You see how fast I went in this motherfucking shit? I was so fast, it's like, I gotta slow down. Because if I talk too fast and then say things like this, it wouldn't make sense. Most of the shit there really doesn't make sense to a person. Like when you seeing it from these eyes, that's why when your eyes open, you have an advantage. But when you do die, and you're possibly, that's what I'm thinking too. When your third eye is not open and you do die, your third eye is forced open. Like you're automatically going to see anyway the spiritual realm, right? Now you could have chosen to go up a certain level, a certain ladder to go up to elevate yourself or evolve in your own way for your own higher purpose, for better, knowing that you're serving the greater good, the bigger whole, the picture, the big picture, everything. And then it's like, okay, so okay, wait a minute. I'm thinking, I'm like, back, okay, my time running up. Right? It's very quiet in here. All right, it's very quiet, very quiet. I gotta whisper. Is Lucifer the bad guy, or is he the good guy? Nah. There's two sides to every coin. It's ironic. It's funny. Because my two sides, they're different people, right? Different personalities, but the same person, right? Different personalities, but the same person. So you got one personality on one side, another personality on the other side. It's the same coin. Yeah, that thing's fucking vibrating. That shit's crazy. I need to go to sleep, really. I really need to go to sleep. I got shit to do in the morning. All right, now. I got to sign out. I got shit to do. All right? Priorities. I'm a man. I got to take this shit. But I holler back at y'all, man. It's a really long video. I really wish, it could be longer so I could have more time to talk. But, at nighttime, I'm creative at night. Very creative at night. That's how I made all my rap songs. Most of my rap songs and songs was at nighttime. If you didn't know, now you know. Sometimes 3 o'clock in the morning, as long as it was dark, But let there be light once again. Lucifer coming at Rogel. If I'm on Instagram, you know who I am. Go on Instagram, you'll see. Yeah. Now, do you really know what you're seeing? All right. Do you know what you're looking at? Do you know who you're looking at? Do you know who I am? Lightbringer. That's funny because, I know how to open someone's third eye by force, but only when they, if they want to, if they allow me to do it. That's crazy, right? You think that? Because it happened to me with this girl, with this celestial being. I think it was Mother Earth. We had a relationship. It was funny. But remember what I said? It's a tragedy. She's gone now. Yeah, her spirit is left. I said the spirit. Her celestial spirit I don't know how to say the word right. Consciousness. It's bigger than that. It's bigger than that actually. Um, her. Let's just say, yeah, everyone on the planet is responsible for the planet now. That's what I'm saying. Also, Mother Earth told me, before she left, because I was like, yo, put my hand on the dirt, and it's like she's talking to me so fast, but I'm only receiving, little bits of information, and then I get one last thing, and she says, "Don't worry, it's all right." I'm asking questions at the same time she's talking to me. You know how women are. They can talk to you on the phone, they multitask, hear you saying something. You know how women are. If you know women, you know how women are. But yeah, she's talking so fast, talking to her telepathically. So you gotta really know how to use your mind when you're using telepathy. And what was I saying? Mother Earth, yeah, she told me she's gone, so she gonna leave. She left. She left like a while back. She left a while back. She ain't gonna be telling nobody because I was really sad because I felt like it was a kind of like a burden, but I got over it, because I started looking at the bright side because I was like, oh shit, I know who I am. I know what I can do, and I know what what's good about it. See, some people didn't know about it, but if you're in tune, the animals. I looked at the animals too. The animals didn't want to talk about it. They ain't had nothing to say. And then when I thought about it with them, they flew away. I'm talking to the birds and some other animals, even dogs and things. I thought about it with them and I tried to ask them something. They didn't want to talk about it. That's using telepathy also. But I'm saying when that happened, the day after, I tried to ask animals. They didn't want to talk about it. It was not up for discussion. And then I was like, oh shit, they don't want to talk about it. It's not up for discussion. I was like, oh shit, I mean, this shit's really bad. But it's also good because it's teaching humanity a lesson. And it's also a good thing because she can now transcend and do what she has to do, work or, serve a higher purpose. Because her job here was finished. That's what I said. We're responsible for the earth now. Whatever we want to do with the earth is up to us. Her spirit, is transcended. She's gone. What does it mean for ascension? It's up for us. I told you we're all in this together. You can look at Mother Earth as like a spaceship, Let's say we missed the flight, we missed the flight. We didn't miss anything because we're all still here. What I said before, do we need to die in order to see what we are capable of having and to enjoy, because I said there's more life after this life. There's so much more, and it could be so much more here too at the same time. But we don't know it, and it's not happening. Some people will never believe it to be true. A paradise on earth, a heaven on earth. It might be a state of mind for some people, but yeah, enlightenment. Yeah, that's also the light bringer, Lucifer. Uh-huh. Yeah. All right, signing off again.